Welcome to Crafty Homestead Corner. Today we're going to go over how to do the midsection of the whale. So for this, in round 10, we're going to be starting from what will be around here in the round, and then we're going to work over, do the first fin, and then we're going to go work over the front, go to the second one, and then finally we'll finish up with the tail. So here we have a work in project in this pink, and we have the stitch marker right here. So we're going to start out and we're going to work 6 single crochets across. So we have our stitch marker goes there, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So for the next part, we're going to do that first little fin by first chaining 2. So we're going to do 1, 2, and then we're going to be working in the second chain from the hook, and we are going to do a 1/2 double crochet. And you see how I have 2 pieces of the yarn at the stitch here and 1 here, so you always want to make sure you grab over the 2 and not just 1. And we're going to yarn over. We're going to do a double crochet. That's 1 and 2, there we go, yarn over again, and we'll do a 1/2 double. So 1/2 double, double, 1/2 double. There we go, there's the fin. And then we're going to take that and slip stitch into the same stitch in the round. So we're just going to go like that through the beginning, like where we started. Pull that through and pull that through. That's your slip stitch. And we're going to continue working around the front of the whale. So that's going to be single crochet 16 around the front. And we'll want to make sure that this slip stitch is tight there. There we go. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and then we're going to do the second fin, but it needs to be shaped a little differently. So we're going to chain 3 instead of 2 this time, but it's going to be tightly. So this is 1, 2, and 3, but not too tight. There we go. And we're going to go into the second chain from the hook, and we're going to do that 1/2 double, double, 1/2 double right in that same stitch. There's the double, and here is the 1/2 double. Okay, so then we're going to want to go here into that single crochet. Let me show it a little clearer. So right here, right? Insert that hook. We're going to just slip stitch that through. So no yarn over, just pull it on through and just tight like that. And it should kind of hang back that way, because this is the front and this will be the back where the tail goes. So now we are working toward the tail, and we're going to single crochet in 11. Oh wait. So that is, yes, 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So right over where the beginning of that round was. We're not going to use this right now, but we'll use it in a moment. So now we have done all the way to the 11 stitches. We're going to turn the work, right, like that. So we're facing kind of from the inside. We're going to chain 1. We're going to single crochet in the last 2 stitches from the round. So that is 1 single crochet. We're just working kind of backwards. There we go. And that's 2 single crochet. And we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn that work back like it was before. And we're going to work like that first flipper fin, and we're going to do the same thing and do the half double crochet, and double crochet, and again half double crochet, all in that same stitch, making sure you gather up 2 of the 3 portions of that chain. Okay, that looks better. And now we are going to go into next stitch and slip stitch it, so no yarn over. And then we're going to chain 3, make sure it's not too loose. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and we're going to do the same thing, the half double crochet. It's going to be in the second run from the hook, so 1, 2 out of the 3. So go into that second one, yarn over, insert the hook, that's a half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, that's the double, yarn over, insert the hook, and yarn over, pull through the 3 loops, that's half double crochet. And now we are going to slip stitch into this last stitch here on the corner, right? And then we're going to slip stitch right on down here at the base of the tail. And make sure those are snug enough, and make sure it's kind of shaped. And there you go. And we have the end of round 10. Now you'll be working the belly of the whale in the other color. So white or off-white, even better yet, is a good color for the belly. And this will be worked. We honestly don't need the stitch marker anymore because we have the tail as the guide, and that's close enough to the beginning of the round. And we have this here, and we're going to slip stitch in color 2 in the back loop around. So this will result in a smoother transition between the 2 colors. You can just work it regularly if you want, but it'll have the kind of jagged transition seam. But we're just going to go into the back loop. We want to leave a tail of several inches because it'll need to be tied with the pink here, or whatever color A you're using, right? and just pull it through the pink. We have our transitions towards the tail so it's not generally as visible, and we're just going to work in that back loop only all the way around. See how it's a nice kind of clean edge? And again, this is not obligatory. Like that. And you don't want to slip stitch extra behind the flippers, but you can see how the stitches are. So we have this stitch here, we have this stitch here, and you're just going to go over and make sure that the stitch count stays the same. There we go. And that looks good, and honestly it'll be decreasing, so if it isn't perfect, you should be fine. But try and just keep the stitches the same number and work your way around like that. See, we have a stitch here, a stitch here, we have a stitch for this, stitch for, let's see there. Yep, looks like it lines up pretty well. And continue working with the rest of the pattern.